dollar, boy. Them players lazy, they don't get no bread. Yeah, they be couching, boy. Them labels scouting, boy. They talking M's only the 1,000, boy. They get too touched.
BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in Uptown. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the New England Patriots. It's a rematch of the 2004 Super Bowl. The Pats and Panthers are underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This defense for the Pats, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
We got three, fellas, we got 3.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3rd and 2, Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try to make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the...
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. That caught by Trimble. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's Darnold. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Takes it himself. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Probably helps your confidence level on those 4th down sneaks to have a quarterback as tall as he is.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to extend at the end and make sure the ball gets to the 1st down marker. But also, he has to be able to drop his hips and get down behind that offensive line in order to move forward. Because if he just runs it straight up and down, you and I both know that they'll snap him back.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this 1st quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. This will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Working with a 2nd and 3. first carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Here's Jones on first down. Complete. It's Henry. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Steps away to his left, and he'll just get rid of it. That his first incompletion after a 4 for 4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Jones from the gun on third down. And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. They hand this off to Harris at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And the big fella stuffed that one. Care of him first.
gun on third down. Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Mac Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Defensively, didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's the thing you worry about coming out of college. You're used to getting away with just about anything you want to do. You're just superior. Here, he has to read it, figure it out, and know when it's time to go.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as in line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34. McCaffrey on the counter.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Faking the give, Darnold. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Tremble. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Darnold. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Hubbard. And And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Panthers have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Yetur Gross-Matos just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Giovanni Ricci, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will bring this one back. It's a big 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Burns, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Harris. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd down and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Derek Brown with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll return it from the 6. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Darnold on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. This is McCaffrey on the give. And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Here's McCaffrey. A little juke. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We'll have a linebacker make the stop. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Matt Judon showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. This is McCaffrey. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. And Darnold just beating the play clock. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. This one from 35 yards away. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. Now 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie J.C. Horn. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On the ground, McCaffrey. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will make the lead now 26. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run again with Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Mike's 47.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
47's a Mike. 47's a Mike.
On the give, this is Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
New England on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. McCaffrey with a 1st down and more. And finally brought down at the 43. 121 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And they will take a knee here. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really made the statement.
When he has tried me, I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor.
Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew